So for this video, I'm going to show you how to pull the videos from the Raspberry Pi on the video payload. In this video, I'm assuming that you have a connection to your Raspberry Pi via the modems, like if you were going out to fly. So in this case, I have the ground station hooked up to the ground station modem, and then that is broadcasting and being connected to the payload modem, which is then connected to the Raspberry Pi. So the tool we're going to use today is the Bitvice SSH client. If you just go to Google and type in Bitvice SSH client, you can pretty much see it in either first or second result. Once you get to the site, go to Download and go to the Bitvice SSH client. Once you download this program and install it, you'll be able to proceed to the next step. So for the next step, once you download and install a Bitvice client, you can go ahead and fill in multiple spaces. So when you open up for the first time, this log down here is going to be blank, and this will be set to none. So first thing we'll do is change initial method to password. Password for the Raspberry Pi, of course, well, username for Raspberry Pi is just Pi. Password is Raspberry, as in a raspberry. The host that we're going to be connecting to is the same as was shown in the notepad to the left there. Once you're connected to the Raspberry Pi, you'll have two screens that pop up. The one on the left is your SSH terminal. The one on your right is your SFTP terminal. To check and see where you are in the Raspberry Pi when you log in, you can type in pwd. This shows the current directory that you are currently residing in. Once you do that, you can look around your directory by typing ls. In here, I can see that I already have 4 of these .mp4 files. So, these .mp4 files are what my Raspberry Pi is currently recording video of. When you guys install the new SD card, it will automatically start a process where it records the Raspberry Pi video into 10-minute chunks. And this script that does that is called the repeat_10m.py script. So that is all loaded onto the cards, and first time you run the Raspberry Pi, it will set up and run this automatically for you, so you can just start pulling video once you're done with your testing or flights. Next thing we'll talk about is these weird names that these videos files are being called. So beforehand, I already set the date, but before I did that, the date was currently sitting at 1969 and in December 31st. So as you can see, 3/1 as 31st, 12 as December, and then 1969. And then the second chunk here is the hours, minutes, seconds. We need to change that to have a coherent date and time. To do that, there are several commands that you can do to change the date. The first one, as shown in this text editor, is to set the date. It will be the word date, like how we display the current date and time the Pi thinks it is, plus %, capital Y, %, lowercase m, %d. -s for set, and then the current date of whatever day it is for you. When you go out to fly, unless you have a real-time clock plugged into the Raspberry Pi, you will need to set this every time. So when you go break out and start to fill balloon, a good idea then would be to connect to the Pi, set the date, and then let it run from there, especially if you're at the point where you're filling up your balloon, because at that point you have 10 or 15 to 30 minutes before you launch. When you type in this command without a super user do, it's going to say operation not permitted. So you're going to want to put a sudo in front of that whole command. Just like this. And then it will set your date. And then we'll do the same thing with the time. It's date again, plus % uppercase T, and then the current hour that you're at. When you're setting the time, it's considering as military time. So where I'm at is currently 3:24. When I check my date again, I shall see that it is now 15:24, or in non-military time, 3:24. I have now set the date. So when my video gets done recording its 10-minute chunk and restarts, it's going to grab the current set of time that it sees and record that as the title of the video. So as you can see, is the 2nd of August, 2017. So that's how you can set the name of your videos. Once you have your videos and you want to pull them from the Pi, we'll go over to this SFTP browser. Inside here, you can see that when you log in, you'll be sent to home/Pi. You can go around to different directories if you want, but you can always hit this home button to go back to the default directory, which is home/Pi. In here, you can shift-click to select all these and click download. And since I've downloaded these once before, a few of these will pop up as, hey, this has already been here. But once you start downloading your videos, you can click on this download queue button to see where your videos are at. Since all these videos are in .mp4, you do not have to convert them. You can watch these on any Windows machine, Linux, Mac, whatever. These videos can be uploaded directly to YouTube if needed also. And that will be the end of this video here.